It was a Saturday morning when I found out they were all going on a weekend trip. My husband, my sister, and my parents had planned it for weeks. But no one bothered to tell me. Instead, I was hit with the shock of my life when my sister showed up at my door with her two kids, handed me a bag of snacks, and said, "Can you babysit while we're away?" Wait, what? You're going away? I stammered, my pulse quickening. Oh, yeah, she said nonchalantly. It was a surprise. We're heading to the beach for a couple of days. But don't worry, we've got you covered. She passed me a bunch of paperwork about her kids' routines, then left. No mention of the fact that they were all in on this. My husband slipped out quietly while my sister loaded the kids into the car. They left without so much as a goodbye. I was furious. Not only had they all excluded me, but now I was stuck with my sister's chaotic children. One who refused to nap and the other who constantly needed attention. What a joke. But I wasn't going to let this slide. I spent the day stewing in anger, and by nightfall, I had a plan. I spent the next 24 hours pretending to be the perfect and laughing at their bad jokes, patiently dealing with tantrums, and feeding them with excessive care. All the while, I kept an eye on the clock. I knew they would be back soon, but I needed to make sure my plan was foolproof. When they returned, exhausted and sunburnt from their beach adventure, I greeted them with a smile that barely hid my satisfaction. How was the trip? I asked innocently, as if nothing had happened. It was amazing. My sister gushed, dropping her bags. The kids were so well behaved, weren't they? Oh, they were a dream, I replied sweetly. But speaking of dreams, I did some research while you were gone. I handed her a thick folder. She looked at it curiously. It was full of articles on how overprotective parenting might lead to emotional issues. I figured it'd be helpful to understand a few things that could make your kids more independent. Also, I added, I signed them up for a weekend camp in a few months to help with that. Her smile faltered. Wait, you. And, I cut in, I arranged a few evening activities for you both. I'll send you the schedule soon. But since you were all so tired from the trip, I thought it would be good to give you both a little break. Her face was pale now, as she glanced nervously at the kids. My parents stared at me, realizing I knew they had all been in on it. I hope you all enjoy your free time from now on, I said, my voice sweet as sugar. After all, I did a lot of babysitting while you were gone. It's only fair I get my own time too. The cold silence spoke volumes.